Hello, and thank you for joining me here tonight, or here today, actually. Another morning stream for you guys. Um, Initially, to be completely upfront with you here, I really wanted to do a video or a show based on the Henry, I think Tawick body cam release footage in the UK. But this Dave Rubin content, this Dave Rubin video on Jubilee has actually been something I really wanted to cover for a little bit longer than that. So I will certainly cover him, Sawick, on Friday in 2 days. But today, a little bit more of a lighthearted show. Dave Rubin went on Jubilee to open up Pride Month, to open up the gay month. Jubilee brought on Dave Rubin, surrounded him with 20 far left progressives or whatever, so on and so forth. And to say the least, the results were fantastic. They were fantastic. These guys really kind of nailed Dave to the wall because Dave is not representing Dave Rubin. Dave is representing MAGA, the floundering, self-defeating, disingenuous, hypocritical MAGA movement. That's what Dave Rubin is trying to represent here, trying to defend. And so today I wanted to go through some of the clips from the Jubilee video, kind of give my input on it, and hopefully share a laugh with you guys with it. So just give me one quick moment here while I do get all set up, and then we should be all good to go. Let me check my audio, and we should be all good to go here. Awesome. Yeah, I think we should be all good. All right. I think this first one here is with Parker. And I just don't know how loud this is going to be, so bear with you for a minute here. I hope this isn't too loud. Oh, that's really laggy. Uh-oh. Hold up. Hold up. Wait a second here. There we go. Oh my god. 50,000. Oh my god. Calling on the spirit of Pam Bondi. Rest in peace. Have you seen the stock market? Oh my god. Oh, I don't know. I wanna rewind that a little bit. I mean, look at this. Okay. So the funniest thing about this is that, so the stock market, Dave is technically correct. The stock market is at all-time highs. It's always setting new records. Most of this is because of AI and not anything the actual economy. Tech is literally carrying the stock market right now. It's very little has to do with the actual domestic economy. Nonetheless, the bigger issue here is that this is exactly what Biden supporters said. Biden, at the end of his term, was always saying how good the stock market was. I remember Bill Maher explicitly said that the stock market is doing so good, but it's not being reflected or experienced throughout the rest of the economy. And Trump hit him on that. So it's so rich. It's so rich to hear these same MAGA people talk about the economy in this way. Have you seen the stock market? GDP growth, Biden had 0.2 more, 0.2% more inflation, a little higher under Trump. Unemployment is a little bit higher under Trump. 2025 was Trump's worst non-COVID year for job growth. True. S&P 500 returned 16.39% in 25. That's crazy. Which was a decline from 23 to 24% growth seen in 24. Again, that's all like AI. Yeah, I mean, listen, these guys are progressives and they're far left, and I'm no fan of them. I'm no fan of the far left. I'm no fan of the progressives. I'm no fan of Parker, Dean, Harry. Was it Chris, Mary? I'm no fan of these guys. I'm really not. But you gotta appreciate when they cook one of the really worst people out there. There's one more kind of a little bit more infamous kind of a clip that's really been circling around. So let's go around looking at this one as well. I had to refresh this again. Come on. What's going on here? Bear with you for just a moment. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. There we go. Oh, an apocalyptic regime. Okay, I'm sorry. Well, that's because Trump ripped up the deal. This is a brutal fact check. Brutal. IAEA reports and U.S. analyses show Iran did not enrich uranium beyond the JCPOA's 3.67% limit until after Trump pulled the U.S. out of the nuclear deal. Iran started exceeding that cap in 2019 in response to the withdrawal. Brutal. This is another interesting fact check. In our March 2025 intelligence testimony, Tulsi Gabbard said U.S. intelligence agencies concluded Iran was not currently building a nuclear weapon and had not restarted its pre-2003 nuclear weapons program. She later clarified that Iran's highly enriched uranium stockpile could produce a nuclear weapon within weeks to months if the order was given to build one. So those are the two main clips I want to kind of go into as a little bit of context for the show. Obviously, of course, the Trump administration has been tying these people into knots like pretzels. Okay, at the outset, Rubin or Dave had said that it was a 40-day operation. He kind of forgets that initially this because of the success in Venezuela. This was initially supposed to be like a 4-day operation, a weekend operation. So beyond that, then I think that the first time was 2 to 3 weeks. That was expanded to 4 to 6 weeks. Now we are on, what is it? Over 3 months. So we are over 12 weeks into a 4 to 6 week operation with no end in sight. No end in sight. He said in Jubilee that we have a blockade on the Strait of Hormuz. The only reason why we have that blockade is because Iran slapped theirs on first. And we had to make sure that, oh, well, if you were going to block us, we're going to block you. So you retarded, bro? Are you retarded? Jack Posobiec on Twitter is talking about how it's a massive deal that the original or the most recent negotiations were basically on Trump's desk waiting for approval before Trump bailed on those. I talked about this multiple times before on this channel about the really the most realistic situation and how to get out of this. Trump knows that he cannot go boots on the ground, and now it gives Iran leverage. And now I think it was Mark Levin. Mark Levin is telling people that we are not going to do what needs to be done because the American people won't shut the fuck up about gas prices. That's right. Because you won't pay more than $4.50 to $5 a gallon for gas for Israel. We are in the wrong for not sacrificing for something that is not in America's interest. That because we aren't sacrificing for Israel or for their war or for their interests, we have to pay more. That the American interest cannot come first. Supposedly there was this Axios report where Trump reamed out Bibi Netanyahu. Whether or not that is true or not, I don't know. It's hard to know about these things. But it would, of course, be in Iran's interest to sow fracture and dissent and discernment between Trump and Bibi. But they're also doing it, if this is propaganda, they are doing it in the correct way. They're doing it in the most effective way. They know that there is a very public image of Donald Trump being dog-walked by Bibi. And only those who are trying to hold water and carry for the administration fight that. Trump was dragged into this war because of Israel, because the initial 12-day war clearly was not enough. And now, after we emptied the clip this time, I think it was the New York Times reported that Iran is only a few months away from really getting everything back together. This Trump administration is falling apart at the seams. And the inability for people like Dave Rubin to defend it is very telling. Not that Dave Rubin is the best that they have, of course. He's not. Not even close. But MAGA is going to have a hard time, whoever they put up there. All the propaganda about how Iran is simultaneously these barbaric monsters while also kicking our asses. Why couldn't we take over the regime? Why couldn't we get rid of all their missile capacities? How are they outsmarting us in drone technology? They're getting us to spend hundreds of thousands to millions of dollars intercepting their drones that cost $35,000 per the New York Times. So, how exactly are we cooking Iran right now? I don't see it. And I don't think it's real. What is real is the state of the economy is poor. It's difficult to buy a house, a starter house, start a family. It's tough to get a job if you're white, especially a young white male. It's difficult, almost impossible. Everything is being automated. Everything's being automated. So you can't get a job, you can't start a family, you can barely afford gas. So what is this administration giving you? What is it? No tax on overtime? Because it sure as hell isn't no new wars and mass deportations. You know, the campaign promises, the things that I voted for. I campaigned for Donald Trump. I was a Trump Force captain. Okay? I'm not this lifelong Trump hater. I'm not this lifelong guy who just ragged on Trump for 2 years. It'll be 2 years, actually, being doing this channel in July. So it's not like I've been dog walking Trump all this time. I was a Trump Force captain in 24. I was. Because I believed in that campaign. I believed in the promises. I believed in the core values of that campaign. And we've gotten like nothing. We don't have a border wall. We don't have mass deportations. We have multiple new wars, namely the 12-day war and this current war. Doge was an abject failure. Not out of findings, but out of results. We didn't get anything from it. We have a trifecta in government yet are going after no one, effectively. Well, we got a token one against the SPLC. We got Hassan Piker because he went to Cuba against sanctions. Not for any of the rhetoric that he's spewing regarding wanting to kill politicians. So, and we are ceding our major cities to the left. Minneapolis to the Somalis. LA to the illegals. Hell, it took almost the entire city of Los Angeles to burn down before Spencer Pratt even had a chance in Los Angeles. We have Zoran Mamdani in New York. Is it the Islamification of America, as Ben Shapiro and Laura Loomer want to put it? Or is it the fact that the Trump administration is not very good at enforcing its will upon the country? Should he have invoked the Insurrection Act? You bet your ass he should have. He should have made an example out of Minneapolis. Instead, what did the rest of the country learn? That if you push back against this administration hard enough, we will just fold and put up the white flag. It's an abundantly weak administration. Oh, by the way, how did I forget? Not only, two major scandals of this Trump administration. Number one, smaller one, is Howard Lutnick and the abundant insider trading and corruption of this administration, shorting the tariffs and benefiting his sons. You had the Trump coin. You had Jared Kushner, who's going to secure contracts with Gaza. Bullshit. And number two, a literal cover-up of the Epstein files. Trump covered up for Jeffrey Epstein. That's not hyperbole, that is facts. Pam Bondi is called into the committee hearing, the Judiciary Committee hearing, and is asked about the Epstein files. And what does she respond with? The Dow is at 50,000. Well, Pam, are you the Attorney General or are you the Secretary of Commerce or the Secretary of the Treasury? Are you Scott Bessent or are you Pam Bondi? Are you Howard Lutnick or are you Pam Bondi? Talk about why you fucked up the Epstein files. It is the out of touch worldview of these MAGA people that is going to make it so much sweeter in November when they get dog walked by the Dems. I cannot wait for it. These people are so insufferable, so arrogant, so pompous, that their defeat is going to be sweet. And they are going to complain about why they cannot enforce the agenda because the far right didn't vote. Ignoring the fact that they have power right now. They have power today, and they refuse to do anything. They refuse to do anything. So I'm still waiting for a pitch as to why I should vote. Why should I vote for anybody who Trump endorses? Why shouldn't I just stay at home? You've done nothing that makes me want to be activated to vote. I don't want to defend this administration because they're giving me nothing to defend. The only remote thing I can defend from this administration is the Operation Venezuela, maybe. He was pussyfooting around in Greenland, but nothing came to that. So, like I said, they're not really giving much to eat off of. The plate is empty. No tariffs, no mass deportations, new wars, no Doge, effectively. We're spending like drunken sailors. He wants a $1.5 trillion defense budget. He is fumbling America 250, which is what I talked about on Monday. And so I have just simple question. Why should I help you if you're not helping me? Politics is transactional. I am not a partisan. I am not a partisan. I am not loyal to MAGA because MAGA is not loyal to me. Is it clear of it? That's the simple of it. Look out for my interests and I'll look out for yours. Simple as that. Simple as that. Don't merely go after the criminal aliens who have committed additional crimes in this country. In addition to entering the country illegally against the law. get rid of everyone. And I've said this multiple times. I'll say it one more time. I'll say it again. I want an immigration moratorium. Zilch. Nobody, legal or otherwise, coming across the border today under two circumstances. We either, one, deport. We don't open up. So we'll have a moratorium until either A, we deport every illegal citizen in this country. We scrape the streets. Or two, for 10 years. Whichever one is longer. So that is at least 10 years of an immigration moratorium. At least 10 years. Plus a country empty of illegals. Only then should we even consider legal immigration again. And even then, it might only be the tippity top of immigrants. The whole system needs to be rethought. We need to go back to the immigration laws and quotas of the last century. Because we are not bringing in like-minded, cultured people. We're just not. We are importing people who are creating ethnic enclaves in this country. So much so that it is not compatible. We cannot do this. But we are anyway. Right? We will continue to. Because the number one people who are stopping mass deportations are big business. Big business does not like mass deportations because they're getting rid of all the cheap labor. Why would they like it? So, yeah, it's definitely an unfortunate situation. MAGA is dead. I'm glad to see it. I am. If it's not dead, it's dying. And hopefully it is wiped out of the system in 26 in November. But until then, we get to continue to watch as this administration stomp and jump on rakes and slap themselves in the face. So, with that, like I said, I want to go into the Henry Selick, the UK young man who was stabbed to death and bled out in police custody. And we'll cover that story on Friday. Until then, thank you so much for watching. If you're watching on YouTube, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, comment down below. If you're watching on X or Rumble, follow me there and like the stream as well. Till then, till Friday, thank you for watching and have a blessed rest of your day.